Welcome to the Profits in Pajamas podcast. I'm Danielle D, or Coach Danni D, and I help women to create luxury brands by creating processes and tightening their branding. This is where we talk about how to build your business in a way that allows you to work with ease and enjoy your life. My happy space is spending as much time as humanly possible in my pajamas. And I want to help others to find their happy space while still running profitable businesses. So get comfortable and let's dig in. Hello and welcome to the Profits in Pajamas podcast. I am your host, Coach Danni D, and I am here helping small business owners and pretty much anybody who's listening to find that work with ease lifestyle, to get to that place where you are having that hard sought after work life balance, that you are, living a life that really feels like your success story. And to me, when I say success story, I mean, you really sat and thought about, like, what is it that I want in life and what does that look like, and aligned yourself with what that looks like and living that life that is rewarding, fulfilling, that doesn't feel like you're going through the motions. So that's who I am. That's what the podcast is about. Let's jump into today's topic, which is accept the compliment. So yesterday was, and I guess yesterday, depending on when you listen to this, but yesterday, based on the air date, was National Compliment Day. And I know there's all these millions of days, created holidays, but I'm a holiday person, so I'll indulge. I'll go with it. So yesterday was National Compliment Day, and it got me thinking. I posted on my personal page a couple of weeks ago a post I saw on someone else's page where basically it asked you to tag someone that we knew in common and compliment that person. And that was such a popular post on my personal page. And it just was a really, really good feel good thing to, see, like, to see that person get complimented, that person, get that love, internalize that love. And I'm just a big believer of compliments and complimenting others, as well as learning to receive compliments. And receiving compliments wasn't something that I was always very good at. And I'm still, learning. I'm still taking, learning how to take that in. And somebody said, and I wish I remember exactly who to credit them, but someone said to me one time, in regards to compliments, is even if you don't necessarily see that thing, or you feel that energy to deflect, because we tend to downplay when someone, because we feel uncomfortable being complimented, we tend to deflect or downplay and kind of move ourselves out of the situation. So even if that's how you feel in that moment, just say thank you or I received that. And you may not have processed it yet, but you've received it. And why that's so big and why that's so important is we need to learn how to receive compliments. Um, we may hear them, but we need to be able to receive them. And, I'm going to tie this into your business, or if you're not a business owner, your just overall personal growth. In those compliments are some of the secret sauce of why people gravitate towards you, why they are, doing business with you. It's in those compliments. Being able to hear that and to receive that is what is going to help you to hone in on your brand messaging. It's what's going to help you to make greater connections with your clients. There are certain phrases that almost every corporate client that I deal with uses. It's almost to this point like it's a script that they say, I really enjoy working with you because, and that blank is usually filled in with a very similar answer. Me being able to hear that, which I didn't always hear that, me being able to hear that when it's being said and receive that helps me to be better at what I do, helps me to better meet the needs of those clients because they're now like, oh, she gets me because I listened to what they said they liked and I made sure that I honed in on that thing that they like. I made sure that I made that thing that makes the experience great for them better. And so by showing that, excuse me, when I meet a new client, even though I've never met this particular client before, I am being thoughtful about their needs because I know that this client is similar to the last client. And this is, they have certain similarities in how they, their lifestyles that this is what they're looking for and this is what they need. So accepting a compliment is a growth thing for you personally, but it also helps the relationships around you because, a lot of times we are self conscious about certain things, and those are the things that people love about us the most. But we're not hearing it because we're not even allowing ourselves to receive the compliment. When someone compliments us on something that we're self conscious about, we start to unravel that compliment. Oh, no, 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 oh, I just this, or, no, it was no big deal. We start to unravel it and we don't process it. And when we don't process it, we don't take that in and we don't grow that thing because we still feel that anxiety, that self-consciousness, that self-doubt in that area. Not saying that you're never going to feel that again, but because we're not using that information, that outside data to change our thought process, we're still feeling like I'm not good enough, or you know I don't know if I'm doing this right, or I don't know if I'm making an impact. You still feel that because you're not listening and receiving. So I want you to be more thoughtful about receiving compliments. I want you to be more thoughtful about listening, not just for, because a lot of times when we're dealing with customers, we're listening for the mistake or the shoe to drop. We're listening for the thing that they might be upset about, but we're not listening for the cues that tell us what they like, what they love, why they are specifically choosing us as opposed to someone else. And the same is for friendships and relationships. If we're not listening, we're not hearing that we're all wonderfully made. We all have beautiful things and beautiful characters. And even if you're going through a growth journey, even if there are things about you want to change, you're beautiful right now. But you have to be able to hear that and you have to be able to receive that. The other side of compliments is complimenting others. it's important that you compliment others, because just the same way that you're sitting with whatever the thing is that is making you, feel like you're not good enough, or, you know, whatever it is, the same way that you're sitting there thinking that, everyone else has that list of things that they're uncertain about. Everyone else has moments of doubt. Everyone else has moments where they're not sure. You're not the only one. You're not alone in that. Everybody does, and I've talked to and met so many different people, worked with so many different people. And when you start to really listen, everybody has that. And we assume because we see someone and we can clearly see, man, she is an amazing fill in the blank. She is so good at fill in the blank. She is so beautiful. We assume that that person feels that, knows that. They can't not, right? They can't not. When you see somebody that's absolutely stunning, you just assume they can't not know that they are gorgeous. Do you know how many people that I have met that are just drop dead gorgeous, but then once I start to listen to them talk, their biggest insecurity is their looks. And my personal thought is because everybody assumes that they know and they don't take the time to give that person a compliment. So I want you to receive compliments, but I want you to also give compliments. I want you to be that person that reminds people of who they are, because we all need reminding every once in a while. And I want you to bring that energy into the world. So that's what I have for you on compliments. If you go to my Instagram or my Facebook, I did do a post yesterday about National Compliment Day. And in that post, it just asks that you tag somebody. So go on that post, tag somebody that you know, or even somebody that you just know from afar, but that you admire something about them. Tag them and say what that is. So make somebody's day today by, sharing a compliment. Also, while I have you, if you're on my social media or if you're on my mailing list, if you're not, go there, join at your workflow on Instagram and Facebook. And you can go to CoachDanniD.com and sign up for my mailing list. But if you are following me, I hope you have seen. If not, I'm going to share with you now that I will be doing a calendar detox challenge in February. So starting February 1st, we're going to be doing a calendar detox challenge. And basically what that is taking all of the things away from your calendar that are keeping you from being fulfilled, being successful, and replacing those things. I don't know, I don't even want to say replacing, because we're not trying to fill up the calendar, but we're trying to bring our calendar into alignment with what our success story is. Most of what is, stressing people, especially this time of year, because we start the new year, new you, and we add all this stuff that we're going to do. We're going to exercise more. We're going to go to more networking meetings, and we're going to do all of these things that we add to the calendar because we are, trying to do things and better ourselves. But the problem is that we don't know how to subtract from the calendar. So when we're not subtracting from the calendar, what happens is we are just piling up, piling up, piling up. And then we're not ending up being successful at the things that really matter the most to us, because those things kind of get pushed to the side for these other obligations. And I'm doing air quotes if if you're listening as opposed to watching, on an obligation. But we focus on what we consider to be obligations without really questioning whether or not those things are truly in alignment with where we're trying to go. So the challenge is, a 28-day challenge. We're going to take you through the process of discovery, um, some identification, um, and then the process of removal and alignment. And the reason why we're going to do it in a challenge form is so that we can take it in easy, bite sized chunks. Like, we're not just going to try to, you know, make huge leaps and bounds in one day. Each day is incrementally getting you closer to that goal. So that is the challenge that we have coming up for February. If, detoxing your calendar is something that you need to do, I highly recommend it to get to that work with ease life and to get to that space where you can really feel a lot more relaxed, that you're not feeling like you're constantly going and moving, and the things that you are doing are fulfilling to you because you know they're getting you closer to your goal. So if that's you, I need you to go ahead and head over to CoachDanniD.com, or you can you can get to it from my page. You can also go to the calendardetox.com, and that will get you there as well. And that will get you directly there. And you can go ahead and sign up so you're ready for February 1st. We can get started and we can start clearing out white space on that calendar so you can feel a little more relaxed, and um, still be productive. And, a lot of times people feel like, well, I have to reach this high level of productivity. Sometimes you're just at a high level of activity. Activity and productivity are not the same thing. That might be next week's episode or the following week. But yeah, activity and productivity aren't the same thing. Um, Productivity is really getting things done in an efficient manner. Activity is just doing stuff. And a lot of times we're doing stuff under the guise of productivity. So join the challenge. I want to see you there. And I will see you next week. And I'm really excited. We had the anniversary special last week. I'm really excited as we move into the new year, new guests. We have some exciting things coming for the new year for the podcast. So I'm excited about that. Um, and if you haven't listened before or you've only listened to a few episodes, go ahead and binge. Go ahead and binge. Catch up. Again, have a great week, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you for listening to the Profits in Pajamas podcast. I hope you got some great tips to start working with ease. Want to stay connected? Follow me at Your Workflow on Instagram. For more information about building your luxury brand, register for my upcoming luxury brand workshop at CoachDanniD.com.